film with somebody, you set up your tripod, you step 10 feet back. Okay, well, somebody's got to hit that record button, right? So carry those extras with you also. Next slide. Now I have another one tripod. It's a mini tripod. It's very useful for more intimate settings. So let's say we're doing an interview over here with somebody, and I don't have a good place to put that really tall 72-inch Sensodyne tripod. I can get this mini one over here that's really good too. Set it down on the table. You guys can get yourself in the view, but you can also add attachments to it. That's very useful. And then you can have a mic stand for interviews. So I'd recommend that equipment to get you started. Instead of spending $10,000, you can get started for under $1,000. Huge difference, right? And you'll get 90% of that professional level quality at 10% of the price. Next slide. All right, now in terms of software, what do you guys would use? So the industry standard for image editors is Photoshop, right? But the problem with Photoshop is it's very expensive, and nobody's gonna spend thousands of dollars over years for that. So I would recommend, what I use is things like Pixlr. Okay, that's like a very simplified version of Photoshop. You get 3 free downloads, right? But there's a trick to it. When you go into incognito mode, download the image as their proprietary file, re-upload it anytime you run out of downloads, and just keep opening up new incognito modes. So you never have to pay for the Pixlr subscriptions. That's how I get around paying. It's very affordable, but there's ways using the incognito mode to get around that. So that's one thing you can do. GIMP is considered the gold standard of free software for image editors, but it has a very steep learning curve. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you really want to get into the nitty-gritty. And then Canva is very useful too, that a lot of people use. All right, next slide. For video editors, the industry standard is Adobe Premiere. Also extremely expensive, long learning curve. Unless you're a professional and you're a videographer, there's no reason to get this, right? It's way too expensive. I just simply use CapCut. Okay, it's very cheap, it's on your phone, it costs nothing. The free version has tons of special effects, tons of transition slides you can use, effects on lettering. They even have audio in there that you can add onto it. And there's no you can get away without paying for this, the paid subscription version, which is also very affordable, but I get away with the free. You don't have to spend any money, it works. DaVinci Resolve is considered the competitor to Adobe Premiere, that it's free, but it has a very steep learning curve. So unless you are going to be a videographer and you want like super level quality professionality, DaVinci Resolve is where to go, but you're going to have to spend like days and days and days learning it, whereas CapCut, you can get up and running in an hour. Huge difference in time investment. And then Shotcut is another software that you can use. All right, next slide. So some additional notes. Use copyright-free audio.